Hello everyone and welcome. It's Shanna. So glad you're here today. Now we are back with this breakfast in bed from Rosie's studio. I've got the 6x6 pattern paper and all the little bits and pieces that I showed the other day on my channel. The sticker book, the die cut cardstock sentiments, the chipboard frames, and we have also got the chipboard embellishments and the die cut cardstock ephemera. And I've got several pieces laid out here in my little tray. I'm gonna lower this lower this desk a little bit. So what I was thinking is, when I was flipping through the other day, I thought it'd be fun to work with this, and I was thinking let's make some tags with it. So I'm just going to bring in a tag die from my stash, and we'll cut a couple of tags out of this. Maybe we'll make a couple of floral cards with a tag with a crossword puzzle on it. I thought that would be kind of fun. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think I'll just bring in, decide what size tag I want to use. I think I'm going to bring in this size tag here, die, and we're just going to die cut it out. I think I can even bring my scout in and use it, and then we can just do it on camera here. And so what I'm going to do is actually just cut this down to where I can get 2 tags out of it, and it will fit on the scout from a space, standpoint, because we have the, the more narrow plates there. So we'll just cut that off, and let's just get a couple of these die cut out, and we're gonna just make a couple of fun cards with some tags and just use some of the materials that are included in the breakfast in bed set that I have. And we'll get our first one ready to go, and then we'll just do our second one. And hopefully we've got enough space there to get it laid down. It's going to be pretty close. I want, kind of want to get clear over to that edge there and not have as much of this white on here. So hopefully I think that'll be all right. And this is kind of unusual paper that I wouldn't normally gravitate to. So I thought I should kind of push myself to do something a little bit different. I wouldn't normally think of using crossword puzzle paper for my card, but I think we're going to cover a lot of it up because I'm thinking that we will put some floral elements with it. We've got a lot of floral elements in the kit here, and so I think we'll probably just bring some of those in from this package here. I'm going to open it up. I need to get another tray so I can kind of sprinkle some of these things out in there and be able to see them a little bit better. It's kind of hard kind of pulling them in and out of the package and getting to see them. So I'm kind of looking. We did use this floral element on a card the other day when we did it, but I want to just find some floral pieces that we can kind of cluster together on our tag and just kind of create an interesting look. We've got some gold leaves that I envision using those. We've also got some green leaves, but I'm just going to pull some of these floral elements out and see if we can create some clusters for this. Some leaves, some different elements. Let's see what all we've got here. We've got some silhouettes, but that's not really what I'm going for today. I'm looking for more of the flowers and hopefully some of the bigger pieces that we can use to kind of cluster together. So we'll just pull them out. I'm just kind of looking through here. There are a lot of things. Oh, there's one there. Just lots of different, there's some more leaves. Oh, here's one. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting them. I've got a bird there we could use. All right. So I'm getting some pieces here. I think there were some that were laying over inside of this as well. So I'm kind of looking here. I've got all of these things kind of strewn all over the place. All right. I think we probably have enough. We've got some gold and we've got some greenery. Maybe we'll use kind of some of the gold on one of them and maybe the green flowers on the other one, and maybe maybe a bird with the green. So anyway, let's just go ahead and start kind of clustering them up and creating just a little kind of a focal image for our card. I seem to be at a loss for words tonight. I'm really kind of tired. We had a birthday party today and we had a lot of work to do for that, and so I'm kind of worn out from that. But anyway, so I'm just going to create, I've been doing this lately, just kind of creating a base for my clusters, and I'm going to do that with these, I think. So I'm going to bring in some foam, just some little foam squares that we can use, and we'll just start kind of creating a little bit of a cluster. I think I'm going to start with this one. I like this gold that's on here, and so we'll just put, let's just put a couple of clusters on here, and this is gonna be really some quick and easy crafting tonight, I think. So I think we can just tuck some. I don't like that one as well as I like the more leafy looking one, I think. I don't really like that. So let's just put a little bit of glue on here. Hopefully my glue will come out. I didn't have the pin in it. So we will get it ready to go. I just want to kind of, actually, I'm trying to decide how I want it. I think we'll just kind of do that. And then we can add some more flowers around this and just kind of create just a little cluster that, trying to decide which ones I want to use. Just kind of tuck it in. And what we're doing is we're going to kind of fill up our tag a little bit. So let's go ahead and add some green leaves to this as well. We'll just kind of mix and match. And this is kind of a different flower here. I'm not sure how I like that. I think that could work on there nicely. So we've got one. Here's some more. We could use, you know, this. We did use one like this already. We could use this one. I think I'm going to just kind of keep going with what I was thinking and just do the floral clusters on here. So let's just take this one and we'll get it popped up. And I'm just going to put just a couple of foam squares underneath there so that we can tuck around it. And we've got that so we can put some glue on there and just kind of stick some things in there and just kind of create some interest with that. So let's go ahead and just put a little glue on the bottom here. And just kind of tuck that in. I think that could look pretty. And let's put some foam squares on this, and we can just kind of add this to our little cluster here as well. Just kind of make it look a little bit fuller and have some different layers going on. We could actually add, we could even add a little bird to it if we wanted to. That could be fun. Let's do that, and we'll just put a little glue on there. I need to figure out where I want it. Actually, I think I'm going to lay this down on my tag and then add my bird. That's what I'm going to do. So let's get this positioned how we want it. Like that. And then we'll bring our bird in and kind of tuck our bird to where our bird's kind of landing in it. That looks kind of cute. And let's see what we want to do with this one. Decide if I want. I think I'm going to leave that one alone. I think we could tuck some more leaves in there. Let's do that. And you don't have to use them all. I mean, I'm kind of getting carried away there, but I think that looks nice. Okay, so we've got that, and I figure out if I want to add, I feel like I want to add something else to this one. I'm just not sure. Maybe just kind of put that underneath there. I think I am going to add that just to give it a little bit more fullness. And then we have these for our tags. So now we just need to work on building our cards, bringing in our sentiments, and just getting kind of it ready to go. So I think I'm going to bring in, I don't know, let's see, do we want to use a white card base or a cream colored one? I think we want to use white. Grab another one, and let's go ahead and get this laid down on there as well. And then we'll find a little background color for our card, and then we'll be able to put together our cards. I think they're going to come together pretty quickly. Just need to figure out what background color I would like to use for them. So we're just going to kind of flip through and see what we've got. It might be kind of fun to have this one for the one that has the gold on it. That might be a fun background for that, and just kind of add it to that. And then let's see what we want to do with the other one. I think we're going to use the bird. That was pretty easy. Kind of came to me pretty quickly. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and I think I'm going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4, and we'll have a little white frame around there just to have like just to look like a little extra layer there. So we'll just do that, and we'll have this one, and we'll just lay it down on there like that. Oop, I didn't cut that right. I think I took it all the way to 5 1/2. I did. Okay, so we'll take that. And then we'll have this. I do want to put some twine or something in there, or create a bow or something for it, and then we'll add that to it. And then let's just do the same thing with this one. We'll go ahead and take it down to 4. And then we'll go down to 5 1/4, trying to get that right this time. Lay these aside. And I think that'll be fun with that gold on there. So for this one, we know we want to use the gold twine on it. So we'll bring it in. Maybe we just do that on both of them and just kind of keep it simple. So trim it off a little bit. There we go. All right, so we kind of have the basis for our elements. We need to find a sentiment that's going to work with them both. Let's go ahead and start assembling our cards, and then we can add that to it. So just bring this in, and I'm going to just lay my pattern paper right down on my card base and let the edge of the card base be a frame for this. So we're just going to get it laid down on here. Try and get it lined up with a nice little frame on there. Isn't that pretty? That's a pretty little pattern paper, I think. Super cute. And then we've got the tag, which we can kind of angle it on there. I think I might do this one straight and angle the other one. I like how the bird is on there. Let's go ahead and bring in some of my foam tape and go ahead and pop this one up a little bit. I think we're going to raise this up and just make it a little bit so it'll kind of pop off the pattern paper a little bit and just add a little bit of extra interest to it. And this is some pretty good foam tape. It's got a pretty good lift to it. I think that's cute with a little bird tucked in there. And then I was thinking with all that pink, this Thinking of You sentiment could really look cute on there. I hate to cover up too much of my flowers, but I don't think I want it down there. I think I want it up here. And I kind of want to offset it a little bit. I think that looks nice. So we've got our thinking of you. And I mean, this is super simple card making. You know, with just the ephemera and stuff. I think it looks nice. All right, let's go ahead and get our next one down. And I have some other pieces over there that I'm looking at that could really kind of complement it. So let's get this laid down on here, see if we can get a nice little frame around there. There we go. And then this one can kind of go on an angle on there, maybe. Just a little wonky on there like that. I was just looking at these pieces. This one, I think this is nice, but I don't know that we have room to kind of fit that on there. But I think that could, you know, could be a nice element to it to just add a little extra interest. Let's just lay it on there. We have so many pieces there. I think we could just add it. I'm just looking at all my pieces. All right, let's go ahead and get this laid down on there. I'm just going to kind of angle it on there a little bit so that my gold doesn't, I don't think I can tuck that in any further. So I'm going to just glue this one straight down instead of popping it up. And try to get my bow on there. Just put it a little bit wonky on there. Let's trim some of this up. Bow on there, and let's see what else we can add to it. There's some fun little like enjoy. That looks nice. That could look nice on there. I think I like that. Kind of pulls the pink out a little bit, and let's just go ahead and get it laid down on here. So this set of stuff is so simple and makes card making very easy. You can pull some things together really quickly. And I think they look pretty. So we've got a couple of tags with some florals laying on there. This one we've kind of using the gold to tie in the leaves that are on there. We've got the gold metallic thread from Spellbinders. And then this one with the pinks and the bird. And we've got the bird background paper there. I think it looks pretty. The background paper matches that very nicely. So very quick and easy card making. Really doesn't require a lot of, you know, skill or talent or experience. You can just kind of piece things together and make some really fast, fun cards. Thanks for watching, and if you would, consider hitting that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you subscribe to the channel. Have a great day and take care. Bye-bye now.